Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. My name is DB333, and welcome back. I already said that twice, but you know the deal. Welcome back to Ireland. Last video, we passed the State Corporations Bill, the Labor Protections Bill, I think the IACC, and the Finance Bill as well. I think we'll go ahead and go with the Media Regulation Bill. The age of the television is near upon us. Television and radio have exploded recently. Nearly a house in Ireland has a TV, and nearly everyone has a place they can find a radio. These devices are usually used to broadcast world events, sports, and the weather. Their main focus for us is many newspapers in Ireland, all with their independent ideas and mantras. However, these can be great tools to garner interest in our cause. Currently, there is a lot of propaganda floating around. Whoever news corporation is pro-Nazi, pro-socialist, even run by Protestants. Once we can limit this, we can start to print our own pro-FF news. I don't think I want this. That's a thing. I mean, it will suppress dissenting media. I mean, I can de-radicalize a bill, I guess. That wouldn't be too bad. Oh, we've constructed a school, so we've completed that. I believe that should go ahead. Help us out. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Hello? Oh, there we go. Jeez. I was worried for a second. We could start building in Sligo. Hospital in Sligo. Where exactly is Sligo again? Sligo, up there. So we could select up here. Where are we going to get our funding? I mean, we did the thing. Sligo. Sligo. Caught myself. Well, you told me what to do and say. So you caught me, but... The left calls for unity. Okay. Was not expecting that. Well, we can go ahead and do the right is right, I guess. Well, I might not always agree with old Neil Blaney. We can agree on something. His rule over Northern counties has worked quite well. We might not have an exact idea what goes on in the zone. We do know his administration has been serving Ireland well. Allegedly. However, in recent weeks after Blaine received more clout due to his actions both the IACC bill and the State Corporations Bill, he's become a local celebrity source within Dublin. Many know him as the man who runs the northern counties, the man who's attempting to save Ireland from economic doom. While this may not be totally true, let us make him believe that. Blaine has recently asked for a new shipment of weapons to get delivered to northern counties for the Irish soldiers based there. Their chances may cause an outcry due to the methods that Blaine uses. It's probably for the better we send him weapons, though, as he does get the job done. Well, it looks like we're getting the final stages of the media bill figured out. Us concede to the Red Devils, even though we already just did that. I'm afraid it's not going to work out. Power of left wing will lose a medium amount of public support. It's a bit of a shame, but what are you going to do? The left wing has been enabled a little bit more. It's about 50-50, which I don't think is the worst case. I will stop exercising these boys. So we are clearly finished up. Do the pollution control bill after this. As 1962 dawns, the world found itself on the precipice of a Hawaiian missile crisis, Hitler's ailing health, and the new threat of global thermonuclear war finds the world cowering in fear, awaiting the end. Life goes on, however, and Fianna continues to govern for the good of the people of Ireland. On the docket now, the issue of pollution. Fitadana, members of Irish Doyle, have found that the enormous amount of pollution created by the factories of German megacorporations is a larger problem to their constituents. Their solution, a bill has been proposed that would impose regulations on these factories, forcing them to at least put up a token effort into cleaning up after themselves instead of simply dumping their refuse into our rivers and skies. It's likely annoy the megacorporations, but this is what the people want. It's high time we remind people that this is Ireland, not the Reich. That is true, it is Ireland instead of the Reich. I did not set my timer, so I'll just do that. Or we take to pollution and turn it into weapons of mass destruction. That could maybe work. So this will go down to 88. I don't quite know if the math would work out from there. Tighten pollution regulations. Let's radicalize the bill. Can do that. And we'll do that. The hardliners are upset. Oh, god damn it. We need Irish nuclear weapons. Fair enough, Kev. Fair enough. Cook has been injured in the bombings. Well, that must suck for him. The right calls from Unity. Okay, so we get support from him and them. So we're one away. Bloody hell. Collapse of German Madagascar. Get the fuck back! The guard officer swung his billy club at the crowd of angry Protestants, driving them away with the rest of his men. Inspector Doherty laid on the ground, trying to process what had happened. He'd been trying to take a look at the scene after he hopped out of the police car and was busy trying to take the shock of the crime scene when some of the crowd had broken through the police lines and hit him on the back of the head. But he'd kicking up until the point when the guard had slayed him. "Yeah, right, Inspector. We hadn't showed up when we did. The proud bastards would have strung you up on a tree." Doherty shook the hand. "Wouldn't blame them if they did. I mean, look at this mess. It's the Battle of Glenshire Pass here. I can't imagine what would have been done if something like this happened in Dublin." Indeed, it was a disaster. The pub had been shot up from the outside, and their bodies there, hung over or on the floor. One or two people unlucky enough to be standing on the sidewalk when the attack happened, been several feet on the road. Given the makeup of the neighborhood, Doherty was certain the victims turn out to be Protestant, though the police would make sure to check. Before he was attacked, the inspector had arrived on the scene was going to start checking the site. Since the population was not going to be cooperative in this one, the case will come down to his analysis. He started by inspecting the site the shooters started from. There are plenty of shell casings here. Okay, one more day. There we go, courage. God help us all. Another one. Another one. Inspecting Doherty leaned down, picked up the cartridge by inserting the pen into the hole where the bullets had been lifting it up. He took a closer look. Same as the others, he said to himself before putting it into an evidence back. Kev sent me a snap. I'm a little worried. Oh dear. He took a closer look and... Okay, I read that. There were plenty of cartridges and bullets around, but he'd seen enough of them to make a conclusion. Lieutenant? Got a bag of 38 Smith & Wesson for you. I think a suspect were using English revolvers. The Brits had those during the wars. We were using 455 Webleys and not a sidearms then. My god, this means a false flag attack. This was an unexpected conclusion. What? The English are behind us for sure then. To supply the weapons of this attack mean they're behind it. Are they doing IRA attacks on the Protestants to rile them up? This must be part of a plan for the takeover. Don't be daft. They just used English ammunition, that's all. And we use English ammunition ourselves for quite a time. Does it mean the conspiracy when someone uses Smith & Wesson? But do you know these things will happen? I know you don't really believe the war started with the Gleiwitz incident, Inspector. This is a ludicrous theory, though, thought the inspector at first, but so many crazy things happen in the world. They have a shred of possibility. I'll save for now. Let's keep it under our hats for now. Kev, is this safe for me to open now? Is there anything in here that might get me TOS banned? Because I'm very tempted to open it. Because if it's gonna be funny, I think it would be funny for the YouTube people and whoever else is on the stream. If not, I don't want to. No, I'm not a monster. Okay. Okay, Kevin.
It is pronounced
God help us all.
Doherty. Already told you this.
Okay, listen, that was like 20 fucking messages ago, and my Streamlabs only goes so far up, for fuck's sakes, okay? Okay, laddie. I will speak with the rest of the accent. Doherty. Doherty. Sligo's getting hospital done. Life is pain. 3800 is a common cartridge. I want to say it's impossible to source a revolver that uses from a civilian source, but the most common one used around it would be a British Wembley or Enfield. So where might the IRA have acquired it? From England itself? Burns shook his head. England doesn't have so many stocks of those guns anymore. The vast majority of them were destroyed as part of the disarmament during the post-war. Even with switched automatic pistols, they still kept on their hands on every weapon they could get. The only source would be from some stock or weapons kept as war trophies by an army similarly lacking armaments. So the Irish Army storing a bunch of decommissioned ones from 1944 in a warehouse. It's worth taking a look at then, said Eamon. Some clerks might be letting some slip on the side. Most likely, yes. That's the only source I know of. It's most likely the one you're looking for. I say, go in, check the books, and come back with a few addresses to knock on. Let's kick in the door. Well, we're working on another hospital. Schools are doing pretty well. Army bases, maybe some prisons. Monthly population growth. Research speed. Ooh, stability would be good, methinks. Stability is going to be needed, I think. So, let's build a prison and... I think Dublin's going to be the best bet because it has the most infrastructure already. There we go. The pollution control bill has been finished up. Let's try the religious education bill. We'll give her the values of a defined Irishman. A good Irishman is a brave, proud, firmly Republican man who loves his country and his family. More importantly, a good Irishman is God-fearing Catholic. As our stewards of Ireland or people, it's our responsibility to raise the children of Ireland to follow this ideal. We will introduce a bill to the Dáil to formally reform the education system to focus on teaching Catholic moralism over newer and less necessary subjects. By controlling what is taught in our public schools, we can influence societal development and ensure every child knows that Irish values are Catholic values. Okay, what do we got? Encourage religion in school. Bulgaria sides with Italy, okay. Credit rate improved. Really now? Nice. Our credit rate's doing great. That's surprising. Angry loyalist noises. It'll encourage religion in school. I mean, what does that really mean? Is that going to increase our education efficiency? Or is it just going to do something else? So, Inspector, do you want to put the pronunciation in chat again so I can visualize it again? Because I can only remember so many things. Doherty? I'm sorry, Kev, okay? I'm sorry. And his men raided the warehouse. Sorry, I'm a fucking idiot, okay? Okay, as Eamon and his men prepared to raid the warehouse holding revolvers, the sound of approaching trucks got their attention. Several inspect vehicles, all with army markings, passed by them. Small staff car in the middle parked out front of the Garda. A man, an inspector, in the uniform of an army captain, stepped out. Inspector, I'm Colonel James Kelly, military intelligence. Doherty. Doherty. The investigation has been transferred to me. It's a case of national security and we'll be the ones to prosecute it. You're taking it over? The same people who leaked the guns in the first place expect me to believe this is some sort of cover-up. You have a case, Inspector. Now you're gonna stand there at night? All night? Or do you want me to get my men to remove you? For a moment, both men stare at each other. Doherty momentarily thought about the weight of his sidearm on his waist and considered if he should pull it out. Then the Garda officer grabbed his arm. Isn't worth it, Eamon. Come on, let's get back to the station. Doherty followed him, giving Smug Captain a quick glance before going back to the car. Something just isn't right here. We have more funding. We could expand power. They're friendly, but also corrupt. Got the neighborhood attack figured out. The ICG are weakened, but they're pissed off. Everyone's kind of pissed off, which isn't nice. Labor's upset. That doesn't surprise me. This bill is probably dead in the water. And I mean, it'll encourage religion in school. If that's going to mess with our religious rights, that'll make things worse political power-wise. So I don't know if that's worth it. Everyone's kind of pissed off. Northern Ireland in a nutshell. Yeah. Shit. We could de-radicalize the bill. Interesting. All very interesting. Yeah, this just isn't gonna pass. I don't know what it does, to be honest. Mr. Hardline is probably let die or de-radicalize. I'm just gonna let it die. I'm gonna save up some political power. Another missed opportunity. I think it sounded like a hardliner bill. Let's increase NIC funding for now. Just to build up some extra political power in case we want to do the welfare bill. But NIC is perhaps the most disastrous success story for our great nation. The NIC is the only land we have our greatest ally in the mess that is a special situation in our counties. Yet contrarily to their blatant and unrestrained corruption, shows no signs of slowing down or ceasing. On the other hand, though, it means that we can trust them so long as their money keeps flowing. I mean, fair enough. The Welsh have won that election, looks like. Oh, awaiting input. Oh, I can't type. That's lame. But this is cool. That is very cool. National Socialist corporatism, Dergism, corporatism, Burgundian system, good old Strengeheim, corporatism, Dirigism, to direct. What's Fiatka? They're free market. Comey's sort of free market. War communism. Planned economy. I'm good, Gavin. How are you doing? How are you doing? Just enjoying the new TNO update. There's a lot to digest. I don't know if I fully understand the new systems, but luckily, Ireland is always a tutorial nation in any Paradox game, except really EU4. I mean, EU4 if you want to be thrown into head first into the game, I guess. Yeah, I'm doing good so far, man. How are you? Sean Lamass massages his nose with the rough skin of his thumb and pointer finger before rubbing his hand over his tired face and resting his chin upon his palm. Alright, Imogen, I'm ready. What's the news? His new secretary cleared her throat. The girl was a helpful sort given this job because she was a niece of some MP or another who cashed in a favor. Sean Lamass had traded so many favors to keep the country together he could no longer keep track of who owed who anything. Mr. Tausich. I forgot how that was pronounced, too. Tutorial Island transcends centuries. The North Irish Constabulary reports that the militant organization has increased their activity this week. The IRA has plastered the town with anti-German pamphlets. Citizen Guard has commissioned yet another arson attack in the Protestant districts, and the UEF has hospitalized 2 more constables, in the name of throwing out the Catholics. The girl looked to him expectantly as though she thought a rousing speech was about to come from his mouth, and decisive order be given to save the nation. Instead, he let out a long and ragged sigh. Much trouble in the special zone. And again, there's always much trouble in the special zone. If anything, this was a slow news week. Let's see what the left has left for us. As it happens every year, we must review the state of welfare in Ireland. Recently, we've had to deal with an increase in job protection due to the current state of our economy. While Liberals are the smallest group in our party, a large part of our support rides on Labour supporting us as well. We need to continue to keep their support. We need to make concessions to them. There's been quite the issue recently with women's rights in Ireland. The Liberals have begun to improve the rights and began to pass laws making them support equal to men, giving them a large rise in support. along with increase in public transportation or children to get in school. While many of us disagree with the issues that the Liberals are fighting for, we cannot risk our coalition. We should send the welfare bill through Parliament to see if we can maintain our coalition. Hopefully it will hold. Okay, let's see what we got off the top of our head. We could radicalize a bill. It's going to hurt us more than help. What is that going to do? Improve pension and workers' rights. So we'll lose one Dave Valerist, a few hardliners. I'll save the game. See what we can do. Okay. Radicalize the bill. Expand police. And then we'll wait and see from there what happens with these random options. We might expand police again, which isn't going to make the North happy. But when is the North happy? I mean, they're middling in power, and they're very pissed off, clearly. How are they so well armed? Let's just repress them a little bit. That'll be fine. Surely that won't worsen things anymore. I fucking hope. I pray. The day the North is happy is the day we hit the inevitable heat death of the universe. Yeah, honestly, probably. Okay, we can't do too much more of that. We can encourage them. Well, there goes Visuta Crisis. The men stood by Vasile calmly and waited their turn to jump. The Tokyo Exchange Secretary. What is RNG just going to give us? Anything? Shit. Also wouldn't be effective use of political power, but we can do that. Ooh, okay. This is going to be fun. This is one of the new ones. Too bad Japan's dog shit infects nothing on to anyone playing. This is going to be fun. I've been looking forward to see how this goes. Uh-oh. Game? Okay, shit. I was worried for a second. Okay, so shit. Okay, they turned on... No, these are the communists, and this is the Philippine Republic. Okay. This is a Japanese puppet. And then this is the interim government. That is interesting. Philippine Battle Royale. What happened to Japan? What do you mean exactly? In general... Oh, Progressive Conservatives triumphant. Okay, Diefenbaker. That's interesting. The bill passes. Okay, what do we got? 10-hour workday. Change for better, or so we can hope. What what the left has left. Okay, let's go ahead and campaign with Korish, then. Current status quo that holds Ireland together is a coalition government that we hold with the help of our friends in Labour. Well, we don't actually need to promise anything to the workers for our coalition to hold in the current political climate. We hold a few high-profile rallies that show our politicians standing side by side with popular Labour leader Brendan Korish. People can make the educated guess that we're a pro-worker administration. So I don't know what you mean exactly, so I'll talk about general. Japan won World War II. I think the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor with a nuke, but they ended up taking over Japan anyway. Japan ended up taking over Hawaii anyway. And they sort of did their little horror show, taking over China. And just not being very nice, generally. I'll go a few minutes longer, because I'm having fun with this. And I'm gonna end the stream soonish anyway to get some food, and I'm kind of going to a party. The revolt that failed. Okay, so the military tried to overthrow the Argentine government, but it didn't work. So Guaido is winning. So who won there? Revolutionary Front. So that's communist? Socialist. Lobster War ended. A little bit aggressive for lobsters, it seems, but okay. Man, there's so much cool stuff going on in the mod now, but shit. Probably gonna put Kishi in charge and do funny entirely. Well, they reworked Kishi from my understanding. I mean, they fixed Japan in general, which is fucking amazing. I'm happy to hear that. And they have the paths have, you know, content that works. I think they even added the full content to not Kishi, Kaya. Which is fun. Because I've been meaning to try Japan eventually. Okay, so the socialists have taken Manila. But we'll see how long, whether these guys can hold strong together. Oh yeah, I think Japan is actually worth playing now. And I mean, there's gonna be some content that pops up even now that they lost the Philippines. Because Japan is gonna have a whole mechanic where they're gonna fucking invade it. And put in their little military government or something. So this is like another Cold War mechanic. Which, Cold War. The U.S. is winning in theory. Right now because they won the insurrection. Hawaiian Missile Crisis is ongoing still. And they might have a chance to win here. Then again, if they don't win it, if these two hold them off or push Japan off, exactly, there's a spider on one of my coats, and that's unfortunate. If they manage to hold out, it's not going to be pretty. That's from my understanding. Let's do the public meeting bill. Protests by the Ulstrites have begun to get more and more violent as time goes on. Each day it seems like tensions get hotter and hotter. There's a chance it could boil over in a minute. While we may not exactly like the Ulstrite by any means, we still need to prevent a full-on war breaking out in Belfast and the surrounding regions. Solutions make a bill that restricts the size of public meetings to 10 people only. No more than that, or the assembly is considered lawful. We should begin to restrict the protests massively and give us an opportunity to arrest troublemakers without causing huge issues. Now, we wait for those troublemakers to protest, and we can arrest them. Okay. Suppress public meetings. They are one of the free nations. The game is so sad they have little content. I agree. Agreed. I think they have content now, which is fun. Let the bill fail for outlaws protest and nothing else. Yeah, let it fail then. It doesn't sound that good. Ooh, here goes the war. I kind of want to see the Siberian Black Army win, because I know they got some cool-ass content. And I would very much like to see that break in if it happens. They're fighting Tomsk. Kemerovo is fighting Novosibirsk. We'll see who ends up winning there. Just kind of hope it's anyone other than fucking Kemerovo, because Kemerovo has usually done a pretty good job at winning. Odria. What does that mean? What is he? Right-wing populism off them. Okay. The UDP in Turkey. Okay, that is liberal conservatism. That's interesting. Kemal's legacy damned. Ooh. Yeah, SBI has a new collapse now, which I want to see, because it looks cool. I mean, I'd rather not see Novosibirsk win, just because I just played them in, right before the patch with the, Second West Russian War mod, which is very fun, by the way. The series, I think it's going to be uploading along with this. It's a very fun series. Ooh, free production units. Let's fucking go. Building a hospital in Sligo. I remembered how to say that one. Is Chile on fucking fire? What's happening? You know, I was supposed to end the stream after this, but I kind of want to keep going, so I'll just cut content here, and thank you guys for watching as always, and I'll see you out and about, YouTube people. Goodbye.